sa impeachment case laban kay Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Kasamang Conde.
Mga kasama ngayon naman ay nagtatanong itong si Cebu Representative Gwen Garcia kay Jomar Canlas at kanyang inisa-isa kung tinatayuan ba o pinaninindigan nitong si Canlas ang kanyang storya at bawat quote na binabanggit kanina nitong si Garcia sa storya nga na ginawa itong si Canlas at nanindigan itong si Jomar Canlas na totoo yung kanyang mga isinulat, yun lamang ay hindi niya maaaring sabihin kung sino yung kanyang mga source. At kanina rin, bago tayo magbigay ng commercial, no, ay nagsalita itong si Canlas na noong March, ito lamang taon na ito, ay nakausap niya itong si Attorney Larry Gadon. Pero ang nais lamang ni Gadon noon ay dinawin yung kanyang isinulat na storya at pero hindi naman niya sinabi kung sino ang kanyang source at wala din siyang sinasabi na si Supreme Court Associate Justice De Castro ang kanyang nakausap sa kanyang storya. Pakinggan muli natin itong nagpapatuloy na pagdinig sa impeachment complaint laban kay Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno.
TRO issue, do you admit that, Mr. Canlas?
Yes, we met, Your Honor.
So you are telling this committee that you and Mr. Gadon personally knew each other?
No, Your Honors, please.
How many times do you have conversation with Mr. Gadon regarding the Saikaya issue, fake resolution, and the Justice Blast Chief Justice?
It was sometime in March, Your Honors, please, and that's the first time I met him. And the last time I met him again.
Do you confirm that you have discussed these matters with Mr. Gadon?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Do you confirm that you have revealed information about the truthfulness or your belief about these issues?
Yes, Your Honors, please, on the basis of my story on what I have written.
So the only thing you did not discuss with Mr. Gadon is the source of your information?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Thank you.
Next is the Honorable Wangina.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Now it's very clear that what was denied by the witness, Mr. Canlas, was only the source, that it was not Justice De Castro. And the witness had categorically affirmed, which is supposed to be my first question to him, on the he still affirmed on the validity and accuracy of his news report. Now, after affirming that, my question to you, Mr. Campos, is that how accurate is your source?
My source, Your Honors, please, is very accurate. I do not rely alone on one source. I try to dig deeper, and I'll try to get one step ahead of my story by getting sources from from other sources.
Okay.
Primary, secondary, and third and fourth-hand sources, Your Honors, please.
And in all your sources, how sure are you on their integrity in relation to the accuracy of that information that you have written in your reports?
I am very sure, Your Honors, please.
That's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I would just like to clarify the manifestation of Honorable Garcia with regard to the letter when the Chief Justice admitted, according to the report of Mr. Canlas, that the Chief Justice admitted that she deliberately changed the recommendations made by the latter, who was designated ponente of the TRO. I would just like to know, Mr. Chair, if the subpoena was directed to the Clerk of Court or was directed to Manila Times?
Per the committee secretary, it was directed to the Clerk of Court and Bank.
Mr. Chair, the report of Mr. Canlas stated, and I quote, "The Times got hold of the copy of Sereno's letter to De Castro where the chief..." No, your subpoena was directed to the Clerk of Court. Now, I would like the subpoena issued by the committee was directed to the clerk of court. I would like to amend that the subpoena also be directed to the Manila Times who got hold of the letter.
That was the intent of my motion, actually.
Okay.
Because I had quoted directly this particular paragraph,
But
which claims that the Manila Times got hold of that
Yes.
copy. And that was the intent of my motion.
But
that we subpoena the copy from the Manila Times.
But the
Wait a
presiding
minute.
chair,
Wait a minute. Attorney Gadon is not Jomar Canlas. Jomar Canlas is not Manila Times. So, the subpoena was, what is the point of Deputy Speaker?
Mr. Chair, when Honorable Garcia asked you whether there is subpoena with regard to the production of the letter where the Chief Justice admitted the alteration, you mentioned that there was the subpoena, but it was directed to the clerk of court. Our intention is, instead of directing the clerk of court to produce the letter mentioned by the report of Mr. Canlas, we instead amend, or there would be an additional subpoena be directed to the Manila Times because they got hold of that letter. So I move, Mr. Chair, that another subpoena ad testificandum duces tecum be produced or be issued by the committee directing the Manila Times to produce the letter as mentioned by the Honorable Garcia and this representation.
And you are referring to the letter of, copy of the letter.
Admitted.
Okay, Mr. Canlas.
Mr. Chairman, yeah.
If the chair grants that motion, would Manila Times be in a position to release a copy of that letter?
I'm sorry, Your Honors, please, that letter, I did not turn over that letter with the Manila Times.
Mr. Chair,
Mr.
So
Chair,
you have a copy of the letter?
I have it before, Your Honors, please, but it's 2013. It's June 4, 2013, and I cannot find it in my files anymore, Your Honors, please. But that copy can be procured from the Supreme Court and bank itself, Your Honors,
that's an
please.
official copy, Mr. Chairman.
It's a copy.
It's an official letter.
Yes, copy
So
furnished.
there is a
The
copy.
justices of the Supreme Court are copy furnished with that letter, Your Honors, please.
And that is why the subpoena issued by the committee secretariat addressed to the clerk of court and bank would suffice.
Mr. Chair, a short interjection. If ever the Supreme Court would be giving us that copy, because there's already a subpoena issued duces tecum, and it will be provided to before this committee. Mr. Canlas, can you rightfully identify the document?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Okay. I think that will suffice, Mr. Chair.
And perhaps, just for that, Mr. Chairman,
Wait a minute.
no, with regards to that, with regards to that,
Congressman Gonzaga.
Mr. Canlas, nakita mo yung letter, di ba?
Opo.
Will you confirm to this committee that the content of the letter is the admission of the Chief Justice that she deliberately changed the recommendation made by Justice De Castro?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Yes, that would be the right
Would that be
position.
all? So there is no need for any other subpoena because there has already been one sent to the clerk of court of the Supreme Court and bank.
Mr. Chairman, with regards to that, since it is stated that Sereno's letter was written to De Castro and the other justices, we have many sources where we could get that copy of it. Even Justice De Castro, if he comes here, would be able to produce that letter.
So
can we now proceed, Mr. Chair, because we have order of interpreters?
it is now my turn.
Okay.
Mr. Carlas, before this, before my series of questions, let me come up with a prefatory explanation. What we are into is gathering pieces of evidence that would substantiate the allegations of Attorney Gadon in his complaint. And these allegations were endorsed by 25 members of the House. Okay? Now, we have no problem with Gadon. Gadon was only a trigger to this impeachment proceeding. Let me go to your June 4, 2013 item. The reason why I said Attorney Gadon is merely a trigger in this impeachment proceeding is that actually this news item you have dated June 4, 2013 constitutes an independent relevant evidence. That's why please be careful in answering my questions, because we will be relying, at least I, as a member of the committee, will be relying heavily on this as an independent relevant evidence. First, you answered a lot of questions of Deputy Speaker Garcia. They were properly phrased, and your answers were forthright. Tell the committee how many draft TROs are involved in this senior citizens case.
Your Honors, please, there was the TRO, recommended TRO by Justice De Castro, and the TRO of Chief Justice Sereno, which came out later on.
On record, pages 78 to 79 is a temporary restraining order covering no longer GR numbers 206844-45, the docket number of the petition of Coalition of Associations of Senior Citizens in the Philippines, Inc., Senior Citizens Party List, represented by Francisco Datol, Jr. versus Comelec. It also covers Coalition of Associations of Senior Citizens in the Philippines, Inc., represented by Attorney Godofredo V. Arquiza versus Comelec, docketed as GR number 206982. Are you familiar with this TRO?
Yes, Your Honors, please. As far as I can remember, that cases were consolidated.
Consolidated after the complained TRO, where Justice De Castro made your narrated statements,
Your Honors, please.
In particular.
Your Honors, please, there are two ponentes in the case because there are two cases pending in the Supreme Court. And one, the first case is the case with Justice De Castro. And under the internal rules of the Supreme Court, the lower docket number, the other cases shall follow. So it is Justice De Castro who has authority over that case. But the problem with that period, Your Honors, please, the Supreme Court is not in session at that time. They are in recess.
When you say Supreme Court was in recess, please explain. Were they in Baguio session or what?
They are, as far as I remember, I think they are in decision-writing period, Your Honors, please.
So, they were on decision-writing period.
As far as I remember, Your Honors, please.
because the internal rules of the Supreme Court reads, Section 6, paragraph G, when the court is in recess and the urgency of the case requires immediate action, the clerk of court or the division clerk of court shall personally transmit the rolio to the Chief Justice or the division chairperson for his or her action. It would appear, per your explanation, Mr. Canlas, that this was not initially an en banc case.
It is an en banc case, Your Honors, please.
Okay. With two separate petitioners.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
And with two separate dockets.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Except that according to you, the Supreme Court was in recess for decision making.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Okay. The one we have on record attached to the verified complaint as pages 78 to 79 is already an en banc temporary restraining order on a consolidated case. So, since you appear to be knowledgeable on what happened in this particular case, kindly explain to the committee, if you know, how this temporary restraining order, now appearing as TRO pages 78 to 79, came about. Because you were telling the committee
coverage
that apart from this TRO, there is another draft TRO.
As far as I know, Your Honors, please, this is the TRO issued by the Chief Justice Sereno, which is under question.
So this is the TRO under question. What eventually was the TRO that was not in question?
The ponente of the case is Justice Teresita de Castro. So she made a recommendation to the court that she will issue a TRO in favor of the petitioners, senior party list. But later on, it was changed radically by the Chief Justice, revising and changing the very draft resolution of Justice De Castro.
Which is not allowed under the internal rules of the Supreme Court.
I'm not aware of that, Your Honors, please.
Okay, may I know from the committee secretary if subpoena has already been issued against the clerk of court, Supreme Court and Bank, regarding this temporary restraining order appearing on pages 78 to 79 of the record? Is there already?
Letter request.
So this is included in the letter request. Okay, you mentioned that everything you said in your article, June 4, 2013, Manila Times, all of the information there, pieces of information, were validated. And when you say validated, by whom?
It is validated by my sources, Your Honors, please.
And when you speak of sources, sources could only be the justices of the Supreme Court.
Not necessarily, Your Honors, please. I have so many sources from the judiciary. I'm covering for the past 2 decades in the Supreme Court, so I have many sources, well-placed sources inside the Supreme Court, Your Honors, please.
But it could also be a justice of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
It could also be Justice De Castro.
Yes, Your Honors, please. But in this case, she's not my source, Your Honors, please.
the clerk of court of the Supreme Court, who actually is present in the deliberation of cases that are deliberated upon in bank.
The clerk of court is not present during the deliberations. It's an executive session, Your Honors, please.
So who actually could qualify as sources, credible sources? Apart from the 15 justices of the Supreme Court, the stenographer.
There are many sources, Your Honors, please. There are lawyers, court insiders, court employees. I have different sources, Your Honors.
But anyway, you are categorically stating that the temporary restraining order marked as pages 78 to 79 of the record, this is not the TRO issued by Justice De Castro.
As far as I can remember, Your Honor, this is not the recommendation of Justice De Castro.
And again, you attest to the veracity of everything you said in your article.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
DZXL
to give others a chance, may I now call on Congressman Marcoleta.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Canlas, you just testified that you cannot reveal your sources because you are invoking Republic Act 1477. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
But before that, I heard that you practically affirmed under questioning by the Deputy Speaker, Gwen Garcia, all those articles that you have written in relation to the allegations in the complaint were all affirmed by you.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Everything else was
Yes,
affirmed.
Your Honors, please.
There was no exception.
No exception, Your Honors, please.
And you said that you stood by your stories because you relied fully on your sources, which you believe to be reliable. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honors, please. And I have seen the documents pertaining to this story, Your Honors, please.
Who showed the documents to you?
My source, Your Honors, please.
Your sources. Your sources are unimpeachable, they are truthful, they're honest, they're everything good.
They are well placed inside the Supreme Court, Your Honors.
When you say well placed, they are in a position to tell you that what they say and what documents that they give you are correct and consistent with the truth that you apply in your journalistic job. Is that correct?
It's as if as gospel truth, Your Honors, please.
It's a gospel truth. And because of that testimony, you just place your position to support the very allegations of the complaint as written by Attorney Gadon.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
And I believe that you have even improved the allegations because, as you said, you were in a position to determine that they are factual, that the documents are factual because your sources are well placed.
Yes, Your Honors.
It is as if that you had personal knowledge in being able to see those facts as written by you and because you live by facts.
Yes, Your Honors.
You just put yourself in an improved position to support the allegations, that part of allegations in the complaint of Attorney Gadon.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Thank you. Let's go back to Republic Act 1477. I am sure you're very familiar with this because you're invoking this in not
Yes,
being
Your
able
Honor.
to disclose your sources. Mr. Canlas, it says here that an accredited reporter of any newspaper, magazine, or periodical of general circulation cannot be compelled to reveal the source of any news report or information appearing in said publication which was related in confidence to such publisher, editor, or reporter, unless, may I repeat this, unless the court or a house or committee of Congress finds that such revelation is demanded by the security of the state. An impeachment proceeding, Mr. Canlas, is it an important matter to you?
Story-wise, Your Honors, please, it's an important story for all media men.
Beyond the story, when we talk about the interest of your own country, because you are impeaching the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, this is important to you?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
This is a matter of national importance, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
And so, it could fall under the description of the security of the state.
With all due respect, Your Honor, I don't think so. It does not fall with the national security of the state. It's an issue where I should exercise my journalism enterprise and my public duty to shed light on an issue that an irregularity or an anomaly is committed by a government official, so I have to expose them.
The security of the state and the national interest can be used interchangeably. The security of the state falls within the broad concept of national security. Is that not correct?
No, Your Honors, please.
That is the advice of your lawyer?
With all due respect, Your Honors, please, that is the amendment from RA 53 to RA 1477, because at the first glance, it's the interest of the state. And it was revised during the Soto Law, as it was revised on June 15, 1956, and it was changed to the security of the state. So the issue here is national security, with all due respect, Your Honors, please.
So you are saying that you are making a distinction between national security and the security of the state?
Your Honors, please, the change was in the interest before. Right now is in the security.
You're saying, Mr. Canlas, that even if this House, the House of Representatives, or particularly this committee, which is a constitutional committee, created by no less than the Constitution to process a brewing controversy in the office of the President, he will still invoke this because it does not involve national security of the state.
Your Honors, please, I do believe that press freedom is also important, and we as journalists should uphold the duty of a journalist to expose the truth if there are anomalies committed in the government.
You're doing this in the pursuit of truth, but
yes, Your
not
Honor.
In the pursuit of falsity. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
So, if falsity can be eliminated, then the protection of the this national this Republic of 1444 can be subordinated to the higher interest of this country.
I don't think, Your Honors, please, because my source or sources has given me the information in confidence, so I cannot divulge them, Your Honors, please.
Okay, but you testified that even without your sources' disclosure, even without divulging their names, that will not diminish the integrity and the truthfulness of the accounts that you have published in your letters, or in your columns, particularly those material facts that you have given to Attorney Gadon. That's why he was able to put this in one of his allegations in the complaint.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
It did not sacrifice the quality, the integrity, the truthfulness,
Your
and the
Honor,
veracity.
your time is up.
Is that
Yes, Your
correct?
Honors, please.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Thank you. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.
You're still watching the Committee on Justice.
Special coverage.
Si Jody ulit. Habang may araw pa, magsampay muna ng labada. Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Kala detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day para ang fresh mo, girl! Kala detergent, floral fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Amoy na amoy ang bango ngayong Pasko with Surf at sa regalong hatid ng RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Para makasali, ipagpalit sa pinakamalapit na IFM at RMN AM stations mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes ang 2 empty sachets ng Surf Rose Fresh o ng Surf Purple Blooms o kaya naman ng Surf Cherry Blossom upang makakuha ng tig-isang raffle coupon. Ang raffle coupons mo, maaaring maging cash linggo-linggo up to 500,000 pesos sa Grand Draw. Napakalaking pamaskong regalo ang ipamimigay kaya sali na! Hatid sa inyo ng Surf. Subukan ang perfume na walang katulad ng Surf at ng RMN at IFM. Promo runs from October 30, 2017 to January 12, 2018. See posters and flyers for details. Per DOH FDA CFRR permit number 1471 series of 2017.
Magandang hapon, girls! Si Jody ulit. Habang may araw pa, magsampay muna ng labada. Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Magkala detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day para ang fresh mo, girl! Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Pride with Fabcon. Ituloy ang bango with Pride.
Ang bango-bango! Ang bango-bango! Ang bango ng detergent ko!
Sa pabanguhan ng detergent with Fabcon, ano nga bang mas gusto? Ayon sa research sa Metro Manila, halos 80% ng mga misis mas gusto ang bango ng Pride with Fabcon kaysa leading brand even after 24 hours. Dahil ang Pride may tuloy bango microbeads para sa bangong tuloy-tuloy buong araw.
Tuloy-tuloy bango!
Kaya misis, tuloy na sa Pride with Fabric Conditioner.
Tuloy-tuloy bango ng Pride with Fabcon ko!
Ituloy ang bango with Pride. Pride with Fabric Conditioner, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Ang galing ng #1 Smart Dishwashing Paste, nasa Smart Dishwashing Liquid din. Tanggaling-galing sa presyong magaling din. May tanong kami sa mga misis.
Mas importante ba ang paramihan ng hinugasang plato o ang tunay na kalinisan nito?
Hoy, misis!
Kahit milya-milyang plato ang kaya ng dishwashing liquid mo, sa kaunting patak na hinalo sa tubig, sigurado ka bang tanggal ang sebo at bakterya?
Hoy, misis!
Dapat magpaka-smart tayo. Sa Smart Dishwashing, tanggal ang sebo, tanggal ang bakterya.
Tanggaling-galing!
Kaya misis, magpakatotoo. Mag-Smart Dishwashing tayo.
Smart Dishwashing, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Brought to you by Surf. Subukan ang perfume na walang katulad ng Surf.
Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. Matthew 24:35. Ang mabuting balita ay hatid sa inyo ng MX3. Mag MX3 araw-araw para M-Extraordinary.
Gawing mas masarap with real chocolate ng Malkist ang inyong Pasko. Real na real ang chance mong manalo with Malkist Chocolate at sa regalong hatid ng RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Para makasali, ipagpalit sa pinakamalapit na IFM at RMN AM stations mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes ang 2 empty packs ng Malkist Chocolate 24 grams upang makakuha ng isang raffle coupon. Ang raffle coupons mo, maaaring maging cash linggo-linggo up to 500,000 pesos sa Grand Draw. Napakalaking pamaskong regalo ang ipamimigay kaya sali na! Hatid sa inyo ng Malkist Chocolate, so crunchy with real chocolate at ng RMN at IFM. Promo runs from October 30, 2017 to January 12, 2018. See posters and flyers for details. Per DOH FDA CFRR permit number 1471 series of 2017.
DZXL Special Coverage.
Mr. Canlas, do you know the nature of hearsay evidence?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
What do you understand hearsay evidence?
It's like, in colloquial word, it's like gossip or chismis.
In other words, it cannot be verified. Basically, that is the essence of why hearsay evidence is not.
Actually, Your Honors, please, hearsay can be verified from other sources as well.
Then, if it can be verified, it does not become hearsay. It's no longer hearsay.
Yes, if you will get your source, Your Honors, please, from a first-hand source who know about the incident, who has personal knowledge about the issue.
Okay. That is assuming that these sources are available. And for them to be available, then you have to name them. Is that not correct?
If you have sources, it's a different matter, Your Honors, please, in exercising journalism profession, because we have to exercise press freedom, and what was given to us in confidence, we cannot disclose.
I'm talking of hearsay evidence that may be presented, may or may not be presented in court. In your case, you have admitted that you have no personal knowledge on the specific allegations that you stated in your article. That is correct.
Well, Your Honor, with all due respect, rules on evidence, on hearsay evidence, does not apply to journalists.
No, I'm not talking about your journalism. I'm talking here about the possibility that you might be brought forth before the Senate to testify on these matters.
I will just rely on my stories, on what I have written, Your Honors, please.
Okay. Again, let me repeat this. You admit that you have no personal knowledge on these items that you have stated in your article, because they come from your sources.
But my sources, Your Honors, are very reliable.
That's answerable, yes or no?
I was not there, of course, Your Honor, please, because it's an executive session. Only the justices are inside, so I cannot have personal knowledge with the executive session.
Huh? So the justices are your sources? You're saying?
No, Your Honors, please. I have so many sources. I can dig deeper from different source or sources inside the Supreme Court.
And they were inside the executive session?
It was given to me in confidence, Your Honors, please.
No. The question is, these sources that you mentioned were inside the executive session conducted by the Supreme Court?
With all due respect, Your Honors, please, I would like to invoke RA 53.
Okay. Now, let me cut this short. Since you are invoking this privilege, therefore, you cannot bring in your sources to testify to support your allegations in your article. That is correct.
I stand by my story of what I have written, the truthfulness of it, Your Honors, please.
No, the question is simple. Since you cannot name your sources, then you cannot bring your sources here before this committee to support your allegations.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Okay,
because it was given to me in confidence, so I cannot divulge.
Okay. Now, therefore, you admit that you don't have personal knowledge, and for purposes of basic rule and evidence, you cannot testify on matters that you do not have personal knowledge on. Okay. So, now, when you cannot present your evidence, you support your sources, and therefore you cannot testify anymore on these matters, what do you propose? What I mean is, let me rephrase that. So, regardless of your belief, whether this is true or not, your allegations, it doesn't matter, because whether or not you believe it, you cannot testify on this before the Senate.
I can testify on the basis of what I have received, on the information that was given to me by my source, Your Honors, please.
But that is hearsay. You cannot have this supported by your sources because you are invoking your right.
Your Honors, please. The committee or the Senate, for instance, can compel the documents, the justices who can testify and attest to this issue. That such incident has transpired.
I'm talking about you.
Your Honor, your
I'm
time
talking
is up.
about you. Okay. In a while. I'm talking about your testimony. I'm not talking about the testimony of the justices or wherever your sources are. But I'm talking about your testimony, which remains to be unsupported. You have to admit that because you are claiming this privilege. You are in a position where you cannot support your allegations.
Your Honors, please, I have this information which was given in confidence, so I cannot disclose it. But my source is very well placed and who can attest that...
all, Your Honor, the
such
response
incident has transpired.
is unresponsive, Your Honor, so I guess it's useless to be asking again. That's all.
Ako na po. Thank you very much,
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Chair. Good afternoon, sir.
Magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon po. Para lang ho, clear sa akin. In confidence ho, sinabi sa inyo ng madami nyong sources. Kaya na-invoke nyo yung RA. Kasi in confidence, explicitly sinabi nila sa inyong in confidence.
Opo.
Okay. Kasama rin ho doon sa trabaho nyo bilang journalist, di ba yung kailangan nyo rin i-check yung, kung pwede i-check nyo yung mga affected parties.
Opo.
So, did you try to reach Justice De Castro or the CJ herself with this?
I
Just
try.
So clear lang.
Normally, the justices don't allow themselves to be interviewed because they are like high priests. They are in the Holy of Holies.
Okay. So ang tanong ko, did you try?
Yes, Your Honors, please.
And were you able to?
With all due respect, Justice De Castro, I tried to get information, but she did not disclose anything to me.
Okay, and sa CJ, sinubukan mo?
I only tried to get information through the Public Information Office because that's the layering inside the Supreme Court. You cannot go directly to the justices, but to the Public Information Office.
So parang, kung tamang pagkaintindi ko, may sources ka, pero hindi si CJ at hindi si Justice De Castro. At sabi mo specifically kay Attorney Gadon na hindi si Justice De Castro. Pero sinasabi na, rene-request natin si Justice De Castro na magsalita dito based doon sa sabi ni Gadon, sabi mo na sinabi ni De Castro kay CJ. Parang ganon. Tama ba?
Masasabi po yan ni Justice De Castro kapag siya po'y pumunta dito.
Pag siya na mismo ang nagpunta dito. Sige. Di ka abogado, no?
Hindi
pero matagal na matagal ka nang nasa Supreme Court.
Opo.
Tama, okay. So, para lang clear sa akin, sinabi mo kanina en banc itong cases na to. Tama ba?
Opo.
At sinabi mo rin na naka-recess sila. Tama ba?
Opo.
So, malinaw. Clear na sinabi mo yon. Okay. Wala ka naman doon nung... sinabi mo doon sa statement mo na recommendation nito ni Justice De Castro. Tama ba?
Opo.
Draft recommendation.
Opo.
Sa pagkaintindi mo ba, pag recommendation, obligado ba yung in charge na tanggapin niya yung recommendation o hindi?
As a journalist for 20 years covering the Supreme Court, Your Honors, please, normally, as a general rule, the recommendations of the ponente will be deliberated upon or given in consulta with the other justices. And
pero kanino yung final decision?
Supreme Court and Bank.
Sa Supreme Court and Bank.
Apo.
So yung sitwasyon na wala yung hindi naka-recess yung Supreme Court, sino yun?
Kapag naka-recess po yung Chief Justice upon the recommendation of the ponente.
Nandun sa rules yan?
As a journalist, Your Honors, please.
Yung experience mo.
My experience tells me na every time the ponente or the member in charge has given recommendation, it will be issued by the Chief Justice.
Okay. Morally, sigurado ka based sa sources mo and based sa experience mo na nangyari talaga itong mga incident na to.
Opo.
Tama. Yun yung ginigiit ni Honorable Gwen kanina. morally sure ka na nangyari itong mga incident na to. Okay. Morally sure ka rin na may irregularity.
I think there was a deviation from the normal procedure.
From the normal procedures.
There was an alleged irregularity as I have written.
Alleged irregularity. Pero wala ka sa posisyon para sabihin na may irregularity dyan.
It's for the justices
It's for the
themselves.
justices, hindi ikaw mismo. Kasi yan yung kinikwento sa akin ni Honorable Lagman. Kailangan ko siyang i-attribute. Sabi niya, tama, if a reporter asks an agnostic, is there no God? And he reports it. Yun yung sinabi nung agnostic. Pero hindi necessarily morally certain yung reporter na may God o wala. Tama ba?
Normally po, we have to verify from our sources.
Yes.
I have to be personally convinced on the issue.
Yes. Yes, I am not disputing that. I am not disputing your credibility. I'm not disputing your moral conviction na nangyari talaga itong mga incident na to. Ang sinasabi ko lang, wala ka sa eksaktong position outside of your long experience to say na may irregularity.
Yes, Your Honors, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, as an interjection, Mr. Chair.
Before that, I would just like to read into the record a point of information. Section 7, Article 3 of the Constitution reads, "The right of the people to information on matters of public concern shall be recognized. Access to official records and to documents and papers pertaining to official acts, transactions, or decisions, as well as to government research data used as basis for policy developments shall be afforded the citizen subject to such limitations as may be provided by law." Yun lang po. Yes, Congressman Gonzaga.
Mr. Chair, the testimony of this Canlas might appear hearsay, but the rule on hearsay has exception. One of the exception, Mr. Chair, is that if the statement of the witness or of the affiant would be tantamount to an independent relevant statement. Now, if it is an independent relevant statement, that would be an exception to the hearsay. So let us disabuse the impression that the testimony of this Canlas is fully covered by hearsay. The statement of the source is an independent, relevant statement. That is why it is not covered by hearsay. So, it is just a matter of information, Mr. Chair.
DZXL Special Coverage.
Magandang hapon, girls! Si Jody ulit. Habang may araw pa, magsampay muna ng labada. Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Kala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day para ang fresh mo, girl! Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Mas magiging better ang Pasko mo with Tang at sa regalong hatid ng RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Para makasali, ipagpalit sa pinakamalapit na IFM at RMN AM stations mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes ang 2 empty litro pack sachets ng alinman sa mga sumusunod. Tang Orange, Tang Pomelo o Tang Guyabano upang makakuha ng tig-isang raffle coupon. Ang raffle coupons mo, maaaring maging cash linggo-linggo up to 500,000 pesos sa grand draw. Napakalaking pamaskong regalo ang ipamimigay kaya sali na! Hatid sa inyo ng Tang. Your best Tang made even better at ng RMN at IFM. Promo runs from October 30, 2017 to January 12, 2018. See posters and flyers for details. Per DOH FDA CFRR permit number 1471 series of 2017.
Magandang hapon, girls! Si Jody ulit. Habang may araw pa, magsampay muna ng labada. Huwag ma-stress, mga bes! Mag-Kala Detergent. May light and fresh fragrance that lasts all day para ang fresh mo, girl! Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Dahil may light and fresh na bango, feeling presko ka with Kala Detergent Floral Fresh.
Kung regalo ang hanap mo ngayong Pasko, sali na sa RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Kada linggo, may maswerteng mananalo ng 2,000 pesos hanggang 4,000 pesos. Mas malaking papremyo ang dapat abangan sa Grand Draw dahil maaring manalo ng 20,000 pesos at 50,000 pesos. Hindi lang yan, isang maswerteng winner ang mag-uwi ng kalahating milyong piso. Kaya ano pang hinihintay mo? Sali na sa RMN Big Christmas Raffle Promo 2017. Hatid sa inyo ng RMN at IFM. Kasama ang Tang, Milo, Malkish Chocolate, Surf, Tanduay Rum 5 years at Tanduay Light. Promo runs from October 30, 2017 to January 12, 2018. See posters and flyers for details. Per DOH FDA CFRR permit number 1471 series of 2017. White Rose Kojic Whitening Soap. Dermatologist tested, your Kojic wish come true.
Don't you wish the regular Kojic soap you use gave you more?
When there's a wish your heart believes.
Ang wish mo, nandito na. Introducing new White Rose Kojic Whitening Soap. Dermatologist-tested Kojic Whitening na may shea butter for moisturizing and tea tree oil to help prevent pimples. Para sa Kojic na puti at Kojic na kinis. New White Rose. Your Kojic wish come true. Suggested retail price 25 pesos for 60 grams. White Rose Kojic Whitening Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Pride Bar, hindi lang puti, kisla puti.
Pag nilaban sa Pride Bar Blue, ang puting damit ay magiging
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
sa Pride Bar Blue. Pwedeng hindi na ako magtina, anyel o bleach dahil ang Pride Bar Blue ay may power whitener na nanunuot sa bawat hibla. Kaya ang damit ay kisla puti at panayan pa sa kamay.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Pride Bar Blue with power whitener. Di lang puti, kisla puti. Pride Bar Blue. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Upang maging malakas ang katawan at matalas ang isipan ng mga bata sa panahon ng pag-aaral, importante na mayroon silang sapat na nutrisyon. Alamin ang Dietary Supplementation Program na ipinatutupad ng pamahalaan upang mapunan ang kakulangan sa nutrisyon ng mga Pilipino. Ang pagsang ito ang tatalakay ni Department of Health Assistant Secretary Bernie Flores at ng inyong lingkod Rod Marcelino sa darating na Sabado, ika-2 ng Disyembre, alas 12:30 ng tanghali. Maririnig ang radyo mo sa nutrisyon sa DZXL 558 Manila at sa 7 pang istasyon sa Visayas at Mindanao. DYKR 1161 Calibo, DYHB 747 Bacolod, DYHP 612 Cebu, DXDR 981 Dipolog, DXMB 648 Malaybalay, DXDC 621 Davao at sa DXBC 693 Butuan. Ang programa ay mapapanood naman sa pamamagitan ng Facebook Live, RMN Facebook Live, sa YouTube Live, Radyo mo sa Nutrisyon Year 8, sa Ustream.tv/DZXL Online-TV at sa Signal TV Channel 309. Sumali din sa Text Question of the Week contest kung saan makaroon kayo ng pagkakataong mapabilang sa 12 mananalo ng tig-200 pisong cellphone load, dagdag na pagkain para sa Pilipino sa Radyo mo sa Nutrisyon Year 8.
Radyo mo sa nutrisyon, kabalikan nyo sa kinabukasan.
DZXL News Break.
Magandang hapon mga kasama, narito na mga balita sa oras na ito. Ethics complaint inihain sa Korte Suprema laban kay Supreme Court Associate Justice Teresita De Castro. Kasama natin sa balita, Rajuman Joyce Adra.
DZXL Report.
Naghain ng ethics complaint sa Korte Suprema ang advocacy group na Filipino Alliance for Transparency and Empowerment of Faith laban kay Supreme Court Associate Justice Teresita Leonardo De Castro. May isang grupo na imbestigahan sa andang session ng anilay paglabag ni De Castro sa Supreme Court rules. Tinukoy ni Joe Perez, Pangulo at tagapagsalita ng Faith, ang anyay pakikipagsabwatan ni De Castro kay Attorney Lorenzo Gadon sa paglalabas ng confidential information. Partikular anyang inamin ni Gadon sa impeachment hearing ng House Justice Committee laban kay Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. Ayon sa grupo, sinira ni De Castro ang tiwala ng taong bayan sa hudikatura nang labagin nito ang confidentiality rule ng kataas-taasang hukuman. Kasama mo sa Korte Suprema, Radyo Man Joyce Coriacas Adra, DZXL 558 at ako RMN.
Samantala mga aberya ng MRT isinisi ni dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino sa Administrasyong Arroyo. Kasama natin sa balita, Radyoman Angel Ronquillo.
DZXL Report!
Isinisi ni dating Pangulong Benigno Noynoy Aquino III sa Administrasyong Arroyo ang problemang nararanasan ngayon sa MRT3. Ayon sa dating Pangulo, nabawasan ang lifespan ng MRT dahil hindi ginawa ang dapat na overhaul ng train system noong 2008. Ipinawanag pa ni Pinoy natapos ang kontrata ng Sumitomo sa MRT bago siya umupo sa Malacanang noong June 30, 2010.
Overhaul na nangyari sa MRT. Alam mo, pag overhaul, di ba, yung talagang hindi tune-up lang. Major yung pag-aayos. Dapat nangyari. Ito ko tama-tanda ako, 2008. Hindi ginawa yun. Parang may malaki na sabihin minor overhaul. Pero mo kung masasabi, halos walang ginawa. So, yung lifespan na dapat inabot ng MRT na curtail, nabawasan dahil hindi ginawa yung overhaul na.
Dumating ang punto na sinabi ni dating maintenance provider ng Sumitomo na sobra ang paggamit sa MRT, luma ng signaling equipment at kung itutuloy maintenance ito, sinabi ng Sumitomo na kailangan taasan ng presyo. At pagkatapos taasan ng presyo dahil sa sobrang paggamit ng tren, hindi na magbibigay ng warranty ang Sumitomo. Bagay na hindi naman tinanggap na Aquino administration dahil baka magkaroon ng problema sa COA at ombudsman ng mga opisyal ng DOTC. Dahilan para isubasta ng dating DOTC ang maintenance ng MRT. Idinagdag pa ng dating Pangulo na wala siyang alam sa kontrata na pinasok ng gobyerno na walang warranty. Kasama mo sa Parañaque City, ang inyong radyoman, Angel Ronquillo ng DZXL 558, Tatak RMN.
PNP Chief De La Rosa nais maging leader ng vigilante group laban sa mga pulis scalawags kapag retired na. Kasama natin sa balita, radyoman Rhea Mamogay.
DZXL Report!
Mas gugustuhin raw ni PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa ang mamuno ng vigilante group kapag siya ay retirado na sa serbisyo. Ito kung magpapatuloy pa rin sa pamamayagpag ang mga pulis scalawags na nakakasira sa imahe ng Philippine National Police. Pero paliwanag ni De La Rosa, mangyayari ang hakbang niyang ito kung talagang extreme na ang ginagawang kalokohan ng mga pulis scalawags. Magtitiwala pa rin naman daw siya sa kakayahan ng susunod na mamumuno sa pambansang pulisya sa pagresolba sa problema sa illegal na aktibidad ng mga pulis scalawags. Nanindigan si De La Rosa na hindi tamang magpakabait na lamang kung nagiging bayolente na ang mga pulis scalawags. Kasama mo sa Campo Crame, Radyoman, Rhea Mamogay ng DZXL 558 Tatak RMN.
Samantala mga kasama, seguridad sa Valenzuela City dinoble na para sa nalalapit na Pasko. Kasama natin sa balita, Radyoman Raquel Bayan.
DZXL Report!
Ilang araw bago ang Pasko, dinoble na ng Valenzuela City LGU ang mga pulis nito na nakakalat sa lungsod para sa pagtitiyak ng seguridad ng publiko. Ayon kay Chairman Gonzaga, Public Information Officer ng lungsod, partikular nilang pinatutukan ang mga matataong lugar tulad ng People's Park sa lungsod, lalo't katatapos lamang pailawan ng Christmas tree dito kaya't halos dumoble rin ang bilang ng taong bumibisita dito lalo sa gabi. Nagdagdag rin sila ng mga pulis sa bisinidad ng mga paaralan upang makaiwas o maiwasan ang mga insidente ng kidnapping. Tinutukan din ang mga palengke at shopping centers lalo talamat na naman ang mga modus ng mga kawatan. Ayon kay Gonzaga, bukod sa mga security support na naiaambag ng mga guards sa ng mga establishmento sa lungsod, mayroon pa rin mga pulis na nakasibilyan ang nakakalat sa lungsod para sa pagtitiyak ng kaligtasan ng publiko. Kasama mo sa Valenzuela City, Radyo Raquel Bayan, DZXL 558 Tatak RMN.
At mga kasama, LTO may desisyon na sa kaso ni Maria Isabel Lopez. Kasama natin sa balita, Radyoman Mike Guyagoy.
DZXL Report!
Nagpalabas na ng desisyon ng Land Transportation Office kaugnay sa kaso ni Maria Isabel Lopez. Sa isang statement, pinalabas ni LTO Chief Edgar Galvante ang kailang desisyon at revocation o pinapawalang bisa nila ang driver's license ni Lopez at hindi rin ito maaaring makapagpanibago ng lisensya sa loob ng 2 taon. Naging batayan ng Land Transportation Office sa kailang ipinalabas na desisyon ang mismong pag-selfie at pag-post sa social media ng aktres at dating beauty queen ng kanyang pagdaan sa ASEAN Lane nang walang kaukulang permiso. Pinagmumulta din ng 8,000 pesos si Lopez para sa disregarding traffic signs, 1,000 pesos, para sa violation of the Anti-Distracted Driving Act, 2,000 pesos, at para sa reckless driving ay 5,000 pesos. Kasama mo sa LTO ang inyong radyoman, Mike Guyawi ng DZXL 558 Tatak RMN.
At mga kasama, yan po mga balita sa oras na ito. Ako ang inyong radyoman Jane Martin ng DZXL 558 Tatak RMN. At balikan natin si Radyoman Conde Batak, live pa rin po sa Batasang Pambansa. Kasamang Conde.
Yes, kasamang Jane, patuloy pa rin itong pagdinig at kanina nga ay pinipilit ng ilang mga mambabatas itong si Jomar Canlas na sabihin or magbigay lamang ng kahit siguro ay clue kung sino yung kanyang mga naging source. Pero iginigit naman itong si Jomar Canlas na marami siyang sources at masyado na siyang malalim doon sa Korte Suprema. Kaya kanyang tinitiyak na A1 yung kanyang source o talagang totoo yung kanyang mga impormasyon na nakukuha. Dagdag pa dyan, kanina hinihingan siya ng kopya. Ito yung kopya na kung saan ay sinasabi umano ni Chief Justice Sereno na inaamin nito na binago niya yung desisyon ng ponente ng TRO sa Senior Citizens Coalition na kanyang binago yung desisyon. Pero sinabi naman itong si Jomar Canlas na 2013 pa ito at wala siyang kahit larawan na kuha doon sa desisyon. Mayroon siyang kopya pero hindi niya na matandaan o hindi niya na makita sa kanyang mga files kung saan niya itinago itong kopya at hindi niya ito turn over doon sa Manila Times. At ito, ngayon kanina nagtanong din itong si Congressman Kit Belmonte at iginiit na wala sa eksaktong posisyon itong si Jomar para sabihin na may irregularities dahil walang personal knowledge. Pero iginigit naman nitong si Canlas na ang kanyang mga sources ay mapagkakatiwalaan at truthful yung kanyang mga impormasyon na nakuha. Yan muna ang pinakahuling update dito pa rin sa House Committee on Justice. Kasama mo sa Kamara, Radyoman Conde Batak ng DZXL 558 Tatak RMN.
At yan mga kasama, mga balita sa oras na ito. Kasama mo sa Masang Public Service, Radyoman Jane Martin ng DZXL 558 Tatak RMN. Oras, 17 minuto makalipas ang 2:00 ng magandang hapon.
Brought to you by Malkis Chocolate. So crunchy with real chocolate.
No matter what they tell us.
Two of the most successful boy bands in British music chart history, Keith Duffy of Boyzone and Brian McFadden of Westlife, have gotten together to form Boys Life. Boys Life, performing a selection of Boyzone's and Westlife's greatest hits.
It's only words.
December 4 at the Kia Theater. Boys Live, live in Manila. Tickets at ticketnet.com.ph and all regular Ticketnet outlets. It's all about stories, laughter, and the music of Boyzone and Westlife. Boys Live from Ovation Productions and DZXL 558.
Watch Brian McFadden of Westlife and Keith Duffy of Boyzone relive the best moments of their career and perform their hits live in Manila on December 4 at the Kia Theater. Boys Life is presented by Ovation Productions. Ticket prices are 5,750 pesos, 4,750 pesos, 3,750 pesos, 1,750 pesos, and are available at www.ticketnet.com.ph and all regular Ticketnet outlets. DZXL 558 RMN Manila. Extra large sa balita at komentaryo. Extra large sa tugtugan at extra large sa serbisyo publiko. DZXL Special Coverage.
Of any other Chief Justice that also followed or was of the same nature as this deviation?
No, Your Honors, please. I have covered since the time of Chief Justice Narvasa and I haven't experienced that deviation.
Thank you. I have no further questions, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Belmonte, kindly limit yourselves to...
Mr. Chair, I can do no less than donor.
You're still watching the Committee on...
Halos di ako makahinga pag di okay si Bunso. Even the air he breathes, concern ko rin.
Kaya nag-Everest Aircon ako with healthy air filter that helps sterilize the air.
You're so cool, Mommy!
Everest Aircon.